In this video, I'm going to put DeepSeek R1 module into test for simple mapping tasks to see how it works up. DeepSeek R1 is a large language module that is currently taking the internet by storm, especially because of the fact that it's being seen as a direct rival to OpeanAI chatGPT. Let's run the tasks up by heading up to this site chat.deepseek.ai. Here we are, this is the site, and I'm going to specify a very simple task like I want to plot the most 10 visited cities in the world on an interactive map. Additionally, I'm going to prompt that if I should click on one of these points, I should be seeing the rank as well as the numbers of visitors. I tend to use Python in a Google Colab environment, so I'm just going to specify that as well. One of the cool things that you tend to have with DeepSeek R1 is just like the paid version of ChatGPT. You can actually turn on the web options simply by clicking. It will basically refer to the web depending on the task that you are giving it. Looking at these tasks that we are giving to DeepSeek to carry out, it's going to look out for articles from the web, and this is going to be the best thing to do. And with DeepSeek, you can actually get these features turned in for free in this current version, which I've done. You can get it turned in for free in this current version. And right beside it here, we have this DeepSeek R1. It means when you turn on this DeepSeek R1, you get an outlook into how its internal brain applies to search by applying reasoning instead of making relevant decisions. So we get this turned in as well, and what I'll do is to hit the run button. I'll click on enter. This is exactly how this reasoning modular works. It basically finding conflicting information, and based on reasoning, it decided to make the ultimate decision, because you can actually find a conflicting information when you do things like web searching. That's when reasoning module comes in place, specifically in tasks like this. You can get a complete outlook, and we would see if we could get this to work directly. So it basically lists out the 10 most visited cities for us to rank the visitors, and also it requires the latitude and longitude to carry out this task. The first step is install and import required libraries, which we have the code here. Step 2 says find the data. These are the 10 most visited cities, and we have the code underneath. Step 3 create the interactive map, and we have the code to carry out the task there. We have the key features. We also have the data source. Check those informations where you get the data source. When I bring my cursor to this place, you can see these are the data source. Without further delay, for this I am going to use Google Colab, which I've said earlier. Google Colab is nothing but a simple coding environment which you can easily access when you have a Google account. You don't need any installation like that, especially if you are not into programming. So with a Google account, you are good to go. Right here, I have my Google account set up here. With this, I can quickly come in to locate a Google Colab. Under this more, I'll bring my cursors to this Google Collaboratory. But in the cases whereby you're trying to break this Google Colab under the list and you don't have it, you can quickly connect more apps by clicking on the plus sign, the plus icon, and under this search app, search for Collaboratory, which I have here. Click on that Collaboratory, you install it. When you click on it, you are going to install it. So once you install it, it's going to automatically appear here. So I'll click Google Collaboratory. We can bring in the code one after the other to carry out the test run. Coming back to my DeepSeek, the first step is here. So I'll copy this to the Google Colab. I'll paste, click on it to run your code. It is installing the corresponding library. So what I'll do now is to come back to my DeepSeek and copy the next step. Yeah, these are the cities now. So with this now, you click on this. So we just copy the second cells and we are going to paste that. Then you check the code, everything is okay, and I will run the code. Coming back to the next step now, we are going to copy the next cell, which is this. You paste it, you run this also. So now we have you can see that it instantly managed to plot the top 10 most visited cities in the world in an interactive map like this. And one of the cool things is that I actually instructed the module to make sure that when I click on the point, it should display the rank visitors. So let's check that out. So when I zoom in well to see each of the displays, most visited cities, London, I have London, rank 3, 21.7 million visitors. Paris, rank 9, 17 million. Rank 2, 23 million visitors. Dubai rank 7. Okay, thanks to this kind of large language models, and if you probably use ChatGPT, you are going to know which model outshines. So let me leave it here. You can go and experiment with DeepSeek versus OpenAI ChatGPT. It will be an interesting comparison. Well, if you have any question, you can ask them below. I will see you guys with another video soon.